Hello everyone, welcome to Nigel Marven, the Giant Dinosaur Adventure, the new add-on released today. We're here and we're going to do a quick showcase of all the different creatures, the vehicles, statues, and the basic parts of the game.
Nigel.
First of all, we'll just have a quick look at these items. We've got meat from the dinosaurs, parts for vehicles. I'll show you all these crafting recipes. You can see them in the recipe book anyway. Got sandwiches. We've also got binoculars. They're basically a spyglass. And then in here we have all the different creatures. Now these yellow things, the buff compy, as some people might realise, are the statues they're blacked out in the first place, and then you go and unlock them if you're playing on the story mode. I've currently disabled the story mode just so that we can get the showcase out of the way, but I'll show you how that works afterwards. By default, story mode's on, so you'll be able to hear Nigel's voiceover when you're playing it. So we'll start with creatures. The vehicles are already spawned out and you can craft more if you need to. So we've got to the Binoculars. In fact, first of all, I'll just quickly have a look at these vehicles. So the plane, you get in by right-clicking. You have to be moving forward, and you can then look up to go up, look across to go straight across, down, down. And if you stop moving in midair, as you'll see, it starts spiraling down. You can right it again. Same if you eject out of it, it will spiral down. So you have to keep moving forward. It's like a real plane. Now, the car, pretty much the same as the Paleocraft cars. You just go around. It's got plenty of seats, so you and your friends can get in. It can fit 4 people. Now, you can tame creatures as well. I'll cover that in just a second, but let's have a quick look at each and every creature. So, Oviraptor is a flying dinosaur.
Very cool,
Close relative of birds, one of the closest relatives of modern day birds, as you get with the non-avian dinosaurs. Turtle can go inside its shell.
What?
Can swim around. You'll find these at the riversides.
That's so. I actually haven't seen this yet.
There's a different colour. Scorpio Venator. You may recognise it from Planet Dinosaur. It's the Abelisaur which lives in Argentina and is featured in Planet Dinosaur. Venator hasn't been in any media, but the skin's obviously inspired by Walking with Dinosaurs, Giganotosaurus. There's the other one. Snake. Not much to explain, it's a snake. Trialcosaurus is another Abelisaur. You've got the brown and grey variant, and you've got this green variant.
Very cool. I love it.
Cronopio is a little squirrel rat-like mammal. You find these, they're quite common. They'll be scurrying around, they curl up in a ball sometimes. Cute little pet if you want. Chocansaurus, this is the Pterosaur. And again, there's 2 variants. They'll fly off if you get close to them. And they do land, so if we just have a look, if you want to make like an aviary or something, it's perfect because they will actually land and they'll walk around on the floor. If we just keep watching, we'll have a look at this in the meantime. Binoculars is a land crocodile. It comes in 2 variants. It's quite a big thing. It's similar to Pterosaurus and Caprosaurus, which you've probably heard of. It can open its mouth and bask and stuff. And now these Pterosaurs, one of them's landed there, see? So it's walking along, and if I get close to it, it will get scared and it will fly off there. So there's the first batch of creatures. Right. So then we have Patagonicus. It's a feathered dinosaur, similar looking to, say, Gallimimus and Mononicus. One of the ostrich-looking ones. It's 2 colours. Oh. Mapusaurus, you'll all know this from Planet Dinosaur. There's one skin, this is the biggest carnivore in this pack. There it goes, running to attack the Trialcosaurus. Then we have Luphuichthyes, which is a fish. Flop around on the land. These will be swimming in the rivers though. Two variants, and these ones will suffocate on land. Frog is a frog. It's not the normal Minecraft frog. It's a prehistoric frog. Basically, I made them before Minecraft actually had frogs. Caphatosaura, which is how you pronounce this. Pronounce is how you pronounce the word pronounce, not pronounced.
Yes,
so there's this.
Yes.
Two variants. It's a medium-sized dinosaur, but quite small for a sauropod. Gualico, or Gualicho, you can say really either, both are accepted. Medium-sized theropod. Huincalsaurus is small, similar looking to Coelophysis, but it's not a Coelophysis.
The human gill formation.
Iguanodont, and the T is intentional. It's not an Iguanodon. It's a member of the Iguanodon family, the Iguanodonts, but it isn't Iguanodon. It's actually unknown what this species is. They've only really found footprint casts in this area to know that it existed. They haven't named the species though. Ilocalesia, another Abelisaur.
Oh, sorry. Ringtone. Ringtone. I can't turn it off. I can't turn it off. I can't turn it off.
Lemay Soros.
Wait, sorry. Sorry.
Lemay Soros is a smallish member of the Rebbachisaurids. It's quite similar looking to Diplodocus, and it is related to Diplodocus. Quite a rare one in this area, so you're lucky if you see that. Caicaiphillosaurus, small lizard, quite a large lizard to be fair, but small by standards of this age. Very similar, like incredibly closely related to the Tuatara, which is still with us today. Chocansaurus or Chocansaurus, again, either pronunciation passes. Here you go, it's large but not the largest. There is another variant. There's two variants to each of these creatures. Let's have a look. There we are. So there's a dark one with pink, salmon colour, and the light one with the light blue. Ceratodus, this is a fish, but it doesn't suffocate on land because it is a lungfish. It can swim and it can crawl on land, so there you have it. Argentinosaurus, the biggest known dinosaur to have existed, and the biggest land animal, longest animal to ever existed, but not heaviest because that title goes to the blue whale. There's the two variants, absolutely massive. Aeoniraptor, medium theropod covered in feathers. There's the two variants, and Anabisetia, or Anabisetia, again both pronunciations pass. It's a small iguanodon, similar to the earlier ones which existed. And there's the other variant, it has tail, feathers and brown stripes. So, there's all the creatures. Now we're going to get to the statues. We'll have a quick look through and we'll show you some of the narrations by Nigel, but I'll leave most of that for you to discover, and I'll show you the taming. So let's get right into that. So you can turn the story mode on and off with this. I've now activated it. Obviously I deactivated it before, but let's keep it on now. As you can see, the little Nigel in the corner. This will reset everything, send you back to the start. You don't want to do that. But anyway, inside here, there's all the creatures, currently all locked because I haven't discovered any of them.
You haven't yet discovered this creature.
As Nigel says. but we can.
This off-road vehicle
discover
can cover
features
ground
there.
much quicker than I could walk.
I apparently have discovered the Iguanodon, so we can go and unlock that. I must have done it before I deactivated it, the story mode, I mean. So let's have a look if we can just discover another one. Down there I see something. It's a Giganotosaurus.
This is Giganotosaurus.
So you don't have to get as close as I did just there to all the creatures. For something large, you just need to get within view distance. It's only for the small ones where you have to get right next to them. And then you can go in and unlock the creature, which is there. And once you've done that, you can right-click the statue.
Giganotosaurus.
And it will read the name. But you see, if we were going to go to a statue and not leave enough time for it to reset, you can right-click it twice in a row and it will read you some facts as well.
Iguanodont. This is an Iguanodont, one of the most common herbivorous dinosaurs in this time.
Now you can unlock all the features like the car and the plane. These you'll find across the map. There's an environment tent. So let's see what it looks like when they're all unlocked. So here we are, everything's unlocked.
This lakeside is a great place for
There we
creatures
are.
to come and drink. I've observed it with African waterholes on a hot day. First, the prey is drawn in, and the predators soon follow.
So there you are. Eventually you'll unlock everything and you'll be able to hear all the facts again in case you missed them whilst you're adventuring around the map. So that's that. And now we'll have a quick look at these items. Binoculars, sandwich, food and that, maps. Here we are. Sandwich functions like normal food. Binoculars like the spyglass, except it looks different. The crafting recipes are all available here. As usual, if you want to have a look. I'll post them on Discord as well in case anyone was wondering, but say we wanted to make a plane, we would need to craft these. And to craft this, the plane engine, we need to use this. To craft the normal engine, which we will find here, you use this. So it's all out of normal materials. You can craft everything, all the items, and create your own vehicles, so you don't have to just find them in chests like you did with Paleocraft. So that's all pretty cool. Now that part of the video is done, we'll have a quick look at the taming features, and then it's over to you to go and play this in your own world. So here we are, we've got a wild Iguanodon just roaming around base. You can use any wheat, apple, any vegetable, it's not complicated like Paleocraft. You feed it, and there you are, it's tamed just like a normal Minecraft mob. And then you can ride it, as you can see right there. Now, to ride, it's of course right-click and sneak to dismount. If you sneak and right-click, it will actually sit down, so it will no longer follow you. You can keep it at your base camp. It's leashable as well, just like Paleocrafts were. So that's all very cool, and as well, you can now ride the carnivores, and when they get older, they don't attack you. Why am I searching for carnivore? They no longer attack you like they did with Paleocraft. Although if you're trying to tame an adult one, it's still possible, but there's a very high chance that it will actually attack you rather than be tamed. But here's a little baby Trialcosaurus, so we can tame that relatively easily. We can grow it right up to an adult. Take a lot of meat. It's an expensive hobby, keeping dinosaurs. And now you can ride it. And I don't know whether this one has a second mount, if you want to try and ride as well.
It doesn't.
No, it is a smaller one, so that makes sense. But let's get the Chocansaurus. So we can tame this with any form of plants, just like that, and we can then ride it. We can get right up on here, and you can fit, I believe it's 7 people on this one. Might be more, and I think it's something like 10 people on an Argentinosaurus. Although interestingly, the Argentinosaurus you can't control when you're riding it. I didn't really have a say in that, to be fair. It just wouldn't work with it being so big for some reason. You're too far away from the base, but at the same time it's more of like a moving fortress really. You're untouchable when you're on an Argentinosaurus, so you can fit 10 people on there and it's just a moving fortress, whereas this one you're untouchable from most, but some of the larger predators might still get you. You can't fit quite as many on it, but you can control it. You can ride every single one of them, tame them, get them to sit, or just lower their necks down for the larger ones, and they'll no longer move around. You can leash them all. There we are. And that's that, everybody. I think that's pretty much the whole showcase of all the different features. Of course, it's over to you to go and explore the world and discover all the creatures for yourself. Template files are available on Discord if you want to upgrade the resolution of, say, the eyes and the teeth, or if you want to put the packs onto your own worlds. You can also report any bugs that you might find. There shouldn't be many, but I'm sure there will be some, so you can report them and I'll fix them. You can suggest things, although this is pretty complete because it's based on a real time in geological history. But there you have it, the giant dinosaur adventure. Unfortunately my PC is playing up a little bit, so we're not going to be able to do a full gameplay series right now, but when it's uploaded to the SMP we'll be sure to do streams just like we did with the Paleocraft one, and you'll all be able to join in on the gameplay anyway, so that's all great. I'll be releasing more of a cinematic species showcase as well, where you can see all the different animations, but I hope this showcase of all the different features helped, and I'll see you in the next video whenever that is.